In today's video, let's check out 8 accessories for the brand new Pixel 8 Pro. By the way, these accessories I'm about to show you work for the 8 or the 8 Pro. Let's unpack these 8 items. For starters, this one isn't new, but a goodie with especially some of its new improved active noise cancellation features in the newest 5.5 update, I believe, and the pass-through features that have been improved as well. So Pixel Buds Pro, these are great. Honestly, these are probably the most comfortable earphones I've found for my ears. Everyone's different, but I like these a lot. There's tips, 3 different sizes of tips in here to wear. I'm not going to open this. We all know what that looks like. If you want me to open it, I can definitely do an unboxing on just the buds and the color. Next up is a magnet ring. This will let you basically put this MagSafe compatible on any case. We see this used with Spigen cases, so your mileage may vary a little bit based on the type of case you put on first if it's not Spigen. So be aware of that. I'm not going to put this on right now, but I just wanted to cover again that this is similar to the case where it lines up the screen protector. It does the same thing to help benefit and get the best solution for the MagSafe to line up with the charger, the wireless charger, so that it works good. So here's the first case we'll go over. This is actually from Spigen as well. And this is their new Ultra Hybrid. So it's kind of a mixture of a more hard form case in the corners that has some better drop protection while still being clear. And best part is it provides this similar like dbrand or other skins do that provide the internals of the phone, or an interesting look that makes it look like you're seeing the internals of the phone. I like it a lot. This is actually probably my favorite case, short of another one that I'll show here in a minute. But it has a good grip to it. It's not your typical rubber silicone case that's either a super slippery or super flimsy. This one adds good protection, as we can see that it adds a additional bump around the camera lenses and the flash and the thermometer, so we get an extra bump on this. Case may be a little bit misleading on this portion. It doesn't specifically add anything else like MagSafe here. This is just actually showing the battery compartment of how it would look if you took off the back, so just be aware of that. But all ports are completely cut out, and we can see that there's a lip on the front screen as well. Spigen is always one of my top favorite case makers. They just offer very reliable cases. Spigen, Caseify, and dbrand honestly are probably my favorite case brands, but I do have some other ones in here that were interest that I have been watching closer lately with other phones. So the next one, tried and true Google Pro case. Now again, this is from the Google store, and of course they offer this in the Pro and the standard. And these are always nice cases directly from Google. They do a good job on the buttons, and the texture feel of this plastic is always very nice. It's very grippy, and I always like the inside as well. It just helps protect the back of the phone while not adding a lot of bulk again to the phone. And we can see, similar to Spigen's, they offer a little bit of lip and a little bit extra lip to the camera lens. It's definitely not as much as Spigen. I do like the Spigen a little bit more for protection, but you get that very minimal feel with this. It only feels like nothing extra has been added to this case over, you know, like the Spigen or another case, or even having it without a case on it. It definitely feels about the same weight. I don't notice any difference. Next up is Ringke. I've actually, this is one of the companies I've kept a closer eye on lately because I've got interested in their stuff when they started making products. First company to make products for the Google Pixel Watch, the first gen. They were first company to make screen protectors. And we can kind of see that here because what advertisement do they have in here? Stuff for watches, of course, because that's where they primarily started their focus on, was watch accessories. But they of course make cases as well. This is just a kind of a plastic silicone. I believe it uses environmentally friendly recycled products. You can see it has a little bit more give on the sides here, but nothing you'll notice once you have the case on. So I like the color a lot of this case. It's kind of feels like a dark denim, but the sides are very grippy. But we can see it actually adds a very nice lip to the camera, so that we have definitely drop protection on the camera. But I do like the sides a lot of this because it offers really good grip to the sides of the phone with even, see here, you could even put a little lanyard in if you wanted. Some people like that. But volume buttons, power button, up and down are great. So here's another option. On to another case. This is another company, Torres. I've heard of them a few times, you may have as well. But this one offers something similar to this, but actually built in. So, unlike the Spigen solution that has the ring separate that you can place on top of the phone, and it's always recommended with these MagSafe add-ons to add it to the outer side of the phone, I believe. You can try either. I've had varying success. Sometimes I've put them underneath. It all depends on the thickness of the case. If that works, you will reduce the sensitivity or the strength of the magnet if you put it underneath. So that's why, like, Spigen always recommends putting it on the outer side of the case. But we can see this one actually has it built in, and I like this one a lot because one, has a kickstand as well, and of course it has the MagSafe built into it. So let's put this on. So similar to the Google one where it offers a lip around the full camera housing, I don't like that solution as much as ones that either have the cutouts like this, that have their own elevated portion around. I just feel like this offers more protection than leaving this whole portion exposed for scratches and potential drops if you hit it at a specific corner. But we have the MagSafe here, which is right on the charging coil, which if we remember, we compare here, right where the battery is. So we know that the proper alignment is in place on this for the MagSafe. And we can see here in this shot as well, I'm connecting the MagSafe to this and it charges the phone without any issues. But also, as mentioned before, we have the kickstand, which interesting placement on the kickstand. I kind of like it down here. It's out of the way. It doesn't affect the MagSafe. It's kind of actually a really good idea for a lot of phones on making that place for the MagSafe, but also still having a kickstand. And I mean, obviously for kickstand purposes, you're going to have it either this way or this way, and I think that's perfect. I mean, it probably even works. Yeah, you could even have it setting up on end. So buttons are pretty nice. They're not as, there's no tactile difference on them. They're still pretty clicky. They work pretty good. They're not as nice as like the Rinky or the Spigen buttons, but they're still good. And of course there is a nice lip still over the screen to protect the screen. And speaking of screen, always one of my favorite screen protectors are from Spigen, or if it's not Spigen, always go with another case that offers alignment solution. I really like screen protectors that offer this alignment solution. It just makes it really nice for, if you open this, for aligning the screen protector onto the case. So we see here, I'm not going to go through actually setting it up at the moment, just to kind of demonstrate what happens here. Basically, you would have the phone out of any case you have, and you place this over, you put your screen protector down, and then you place this over it. It just helps put the screen protector in its specific spot that it's supposed to, and then you follow, you know, using the wipe and the smudge tool, which this smudge tool that they've been using lately is way better than most of the tools you use to push out the bubbles. I really like this long handle. But basically this helps line up and secure this screen protector without taking all the guesswork out if you've got it laid down right before you release and try to work out the bubbles. So always try to find one of these types of solutions that offer the guide. It makes adding a screen protector on way better than before when we just had to line it up and, you know, hope you got it on right. And I always go for, if I can, a 2-pack in any solution like this, because over time that screen protector is going to give out, either from being in a case and being caught by a case if you change a case a lot, or just overall damage over time, scratches or a drop. It's always good to have another one on hand. So try to find an option that has a 2-pack. And last but not least is an oldie. It's been out for a while, but this is the Pixel stand. The reason I recommend this is we can see here one of its major benefits is charging at 23 watts. So if you're unfamiliar, most Qi chargers will stand or charge between 7 to 15 watts. If you get a Samsung Qi charger, for example, it will charge at the higher rate. But what's nice about this one, since this is using some proprietary technology in it that actually cools the coils in it because of a fan that runs in it, and this is similar to what I believe OnePlus is doing with their wireless charging solutions now. It just offers a nice way to charge at a faster rate than that standard Qi 15 watt. So let's crack this open real quick, because this actually offers a couple other benefits that is exclusive to Pixel phones. Okay, now that's unboxed. One other thing that I will mention is this does work, of course, with the Pixel Fold as well. And here's the really large, I believe it's a 30 watt, yes, 30 watt charger. So this is a benefit as well, because the Pixel 8's got a boost to 30 watt charging over cable as well. So if you don't want to charge and have that slower wireless charge rate, you'll actually get a faster charge even with just unplugging this and using this built-in Google charger. So the benefit that this offers is when it's set up on its stand, we'll actually notice some extra features we'll get here. And so we can see here, basically, it's saying that it's a high-powered charger that will also do features. And what we get here is basically additional notifications on the phone when it's charging. It basically becomes one of the Google Nest smart speakers, or like the Pixel tablet is. And you know, basically what it's also saying here is any of your home functions will be accessible directly from the control panel. We can specify what we would like to be able to control. And then you can also get personal results, messages, contacts, calendar updates, and email. And then the ambient photos. And a nice bright display for alarms. So this is really good to even have at your bedside, because the screen will light up and brighten with your alarm. And of course, charging optimizations. This is something that's fairly newer with the Pixels, being able to understand charge rates and when to charge. And so I always turn this on as well. It just helps optimize the charging rate. You can obviously put it at max as always, which makes the fan run louder, which would get you that 23 watts. But optimize is where I typically recommend, based on your usage, based on your day. It'll switch between these two modes. So now, as we can see, it's charging wirelessly, and we also get the Google button there on the face, and we can see that we can activate it here. I think it's a nice addition to have. It's a very nice charger, and even charges your phone faster than a typical Qi charger. And I always like chargers that put the phone at this angle, 45-degree angle, because then you can actively easily see and glance over and look at your phone to see if it's really charging. So that is it. That is the 8 accessories I recommend you picking up for the 8 or the 8 Pro. If you have any questions about any of these items, want to discuss them more, I'll have links for all of it in the description for the 8 and the 8 Pro. So depending on which model you picked up, you'll have access to all of these. And if there's any more that you think I should take a look at or ones you recommend, put those down in the description as well. Until the next video, peace.